This is Building the Nest with Stork, the memory dividend, turning wealth into a life well lived. The goal isn't to live forever. The goal is to live well for as long as possible. Peter Attia. When we talk about stewardship, especially in the context of family wealth, the conversation often orbits legacy, responsibility, and preparing the next generation. But there's another dimension, often overlooked, yet equally vital. How we steward the wealth we ourselves will use. Not just what we leave behind, but how we live while we have it. Earning years, trading time for money. In your 20s and 30s, wealth building feels linear. You work, you earn, you save. You have time and health, but not much capital. So you pour yourself into the game, hustling through jobs, launching ventures, building careers. You invest human capital for financial capital. The lens here is accumulation. It's the grind. You tell yourself one day you'll have the time and money to enjoy it all. But here's where the story starts to bend. Because while you're earning more, your most valuable currencies, time and health, are slowly being spent. This is the great asymmetry of life. Your highest energy years often coincide with the lowest discretionary income. Transition years, the juggle of growth. Eventually you move into your 40s and 50s, and things start to click. Your earnings peak, your net worth grows, you become the steward of something real. But now your time is fractured between aging parents, teenage kids, career plateaus, and health that, for the first time, shows signs of entropy. Maybe it's a bad back. Maybe it's the recovery that takes longer than it used to. This is the wake-up call. Peter Attia, in his work on health span, emphasizes that it's not just how long you live that matters, but how well you live during those years. In other words, extend the period where you're capable, vital, and free to explore the world on your own terms. Financial advisors often talk about compounding returns, but there's another kind of compounding that's rarely discussed: memory dividends. When you travel with your kids in their teens, that experience pays dividends for the rest of your life. When you hike the mountain in your 50s, it becomes a story, a legacy, a lasting dividend far beyond the price of a plane ticket or a park pass. Harvest years, from maximization to meaning. At some point, the accumulation phase ends, whether that's by retirement, choice, or circumstance. The money you once built is now meant to serve you. Here's the question most people avoid. What exactly is the purpose of that wealth now? Too often, clients reach this point only to realize they've become better at growing money than using it. This is where a shift in stewardship mindset is needed. You don't have to embrace the literal prescription of die with zero, but the philosophy has merit. Money left idle is opportunity foregone. It's the trip never taken, the piano lesson skipped, the once-in-a-lifetime memory unmade. The true measure of stewardship in this season isn't just how much you preserve, but how wisely and intentionally you convert wealth into life experience, into connection, into meaning. And that doesn't mean abandoning prudence or legacy. It means integrating your use of capital with the life you're trying to live now, not someday. The stewardship lens across the timeline. What would change if you viewed every financial decision, such as spending, saving, and gifting, through the lenses above? In your 30s, you might prioritize experience with your young children over grinding for an extra promotion. In your 40s, you may allocate funds to health, fitness, and mobility, investing not just in your body, but in your future freedom. In your 50s, you might say yes to the family vacation, while your parents can still hike, your kids still live at home, and your knees still work. In retirement, you may give more away, such as time, money, and stories, realizing your wealth isn't measured by what you leave, but how you live and to give along the way. The bottom line: wealth is a tool, not a trophy. We often say that money is simply the tool. What matters is what you're building with it. Stewardship is not just about prudent investments and efficient estates. It's about aligning your wealth with your values, your vitality, and your vision for a well-lived life. So the challenge we leave you with this month is this. Are you just planning to pass on your wealth? Or are you also planning how to use it well while you still have the energy, time, and relationships to enjoy it? Don't let your memories be someday stories that never happened. Your future self and your family will thank you for every intentional choice made today.